Yesterday we completed up to civil disobedience movement. Now, today, after civil disobedience, what are the lessons are there? Tell me those lessons, headings, unit numbers. Hello, students. Vasavi. Tell me the lessons, unit names after civil disobedience movement. Now, fourth semester, our syllabus is fourth sem syllabus. Read out the units. Hello.
Rise of Congress Socialist Party. Indian National Movement 1936 to 46.
Rise of
Congress National Party, Socialist Party.
Rise of Congress Socialist Party. Next.
Yes, sir.
Next.
To Block 4 towards freedom, Indian National Movement 1936 to 46.
1936 to 46. What was that unit number?
Unit 11, sir.
Unit 11.
Yes, sir.
Unit 10th, Rise of Socialist.
Yes, sir. Civil disobedience movement and rise of Congress Socialist Party, Unit 10.
Unit 10, rise of civil disobedience movement, rise of socialist organization, no?
Yes, sir.
Rise
of Congress Socialist Party.
Okay, then that is 10th. Civil disobedience movement completed. Socialist we have to discuss. Next.
Indian National Movement, sir, 1936 to 46.
Then next.
Transfer of power, partition, and integration of Indian states.
That is unit number?
12.
12. Then unit number 13, 14, 15 are there, no?
Yes, sir.
What is 13?
Tribal and peasant movements. Dalit and backward caste movements.
Dalit and backward class movements.
Unit number 15 is women's movements.
Oh, right. Now today we are going to discuss civil disobedience movement. We discuss then rise of Socialist Congress. Then the next lesson is Indian National Movement 1936 to 46.
Yes, sir.
Then next one is that integration of Indian states into Indian Union. No?
Transfer of power, partition, and integration of Indian states.
This is up to this we will discuss.
Okay, sir.
3 units.
Okay, sir.
10th, 12th, and 13th. These 3 units we are going to discuss today. So 10th unit already somewhat we discussed. What is that? Civil disobedience movement we discussed. 10th unit we discussed. Civil disobedience movement. Means disobey the civil laws. That was 1930. Disobey civil laws and break the salt monopoly. Dandi Satyagraha. Dandi Satyagraha. Means from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi in Gujarat. That is called civil laws disobeying, means monopoly of the salt has to break. Salt law monopoly of the British government. Salt is abundantly producing in India. However, they were enforcing, what enforcing? the tax is enforcing, collecting more tax. It is cheaply producing, however, collecting more tax. So that is the reason this. So against this, Gandhiji used Satyagraha method and 200 miles long journey. Then thousands of the Congress workers participated throughout India. Every region participated, the salt breaking, women, students, all intellectuals, masses. Thus it became a mass movement. Then many Congress leaders were arrested at where Dandi salt laws are broken. Then it is covered in the newspapers. It is covered in the newspapers of American newspapers, English newspapers of India and outside, also covered. So this is where the civil disobedience movement is very famous movement, and all Indians are participated. Thus, it became a mass movement. So due to this, Gandhi roundtable conferences conducted, Gandhi-Irwin Pact, releasing of the arrested Congress volunteers. Then after that, only in second roundtable conference, Congress attended. After the second and the third Congress roundtable conferences, communal award to divide the Dalits from the Hindus was given by the Prime Minister of England. So against this, Gandhiji took the fast till to death in Theravada jail. Movement was stopped, civil disobedience movement, because people were very much tired. So that movement is stopped, withdrawn. Then immediately Gandhiji was arrested. Then he was put up in the Theravada jail. There, between the Gandhiji and Ambedkar, there was an agreement. Under the agreement, reservation seats are given, more seats than what Britishers were promised. That is, the more seats are given. That is Gandhi and Ambedkar agreement, Pune Pact is occurred. Then as a result of the roundtable conferences, 1935 Act was passed. 1935 Act, what is that? Provincial autonomy, means provinces. Entirely provincial level government is given to the Indians. Provincial majority, entire government is given to the Indians, and Supreme Court, Federal Court, and at center, Federation at center, reservations as the Ambedkar Gandhiji agreed Pune Pact. On that basis, reservations are introduced for SC and SCs under 1935 Act. Provincial Congress Ministry, 1937 elections were held. Then provincial Congress ministries were formed. Then formed by 1937. In this election, 1937 election, Congress formed government out of total, at the time, 11 provinces are there in India. Means states, those are called, at that time, the states are called as provinces. 11 provinces are there. Out of 11 provinces, Congress contested. Congress got majority in 7 clearly, with the coalition 9 captured, 2 captured, means 9 provinces captured by Congress ministry. Only in the two areas, Muslim League captured power at provincial level. At central level, Federation of the States. At central level, parliament level, Federation of the States means representative of the states is according to will and wish of the ruler, sending the representatives and also elected members at the center all over India. So that was not materialized, only provincial autonomy at the provinces complete. In the under 1919, two divisions are there. And dual government is now double government, dual government is abolished. Only the provincial level, local government of the public people's representative. Thus, Congress ministries formed by 1937. Congress ministries are formed, and so in 9 provinces, 2 provinces, Muslim League captured power. So here there was a rift between the Congress and Muslim League is widened the lift, increased the lift. Rift means differences. Rift. So thus Congress ministries and continued in power 1937 to 39. So this was the one side phenomena. Other side is from 1930 onwards, in the civil disobedience, Karachi session of the Congress, Faizabad session of the Congress, in the 2 Congress sessions, what was the Congress resolutions are land distribution, land to the tiller. Land has to be distributed to the tillers only, cultivators only, not to the. It means abolition of Jamindari and Jagirdari, land should be. So land should be transferred only to the tillers, means who are cultivating. That was the decision. Workers' right, peasants' rights recognized. So that is why in 1929-30, in world over, what is a great economic depression? Great economic depression. Economic depression came. So that everywhere the goods are there, but the goods, movement of the goods is not going on. So that is called economic depression. All the states are affected in the world. All the countries are affected except Russia. Russia was not affected because in Russia, 5-year plans were introduced by Stalin. So Russia successfully achieved progress. Russia successfully achieved progress. But the rest of the countries are all faced crisis. So that is the reason our Indian National Congress leaders, particularly Nehru, attracted to the socialism, and thus socialism in his speeches everywhere. The freedom means liberation of the peasants from the landlords. That is the slogan given by the Jawaharlal Nehru. So this way, Congress itself is divided into 2 groups. That is Indian National Congress as a moderate, then and Socialist Congress by Socialist Congress, Rajanarayan, and also others. Rise of Socialist Congress. Socialism has taken up. Socialism means Russian model, but socialism is the aim of the Congress. That is called the socialism. By 1935, Congress Socialist Party is emerged. And also by this period, by 1930s, rise of left wings also. Left-wing parties, rise of left and socialist and nationalist. These three groups, Congress has divided into socialist group and also left party, means communist ideological Russian model, or else Russian model of communist model, means that is called left parties. Left parties emerged. Socialist party emerged by 1934, and left parties are emerged after 1930s onwards and became popular. These. And also Indian National Congress is adopted at the 1930 Karachi session, 1934, Hyderabad session of the Indian National Congress. Socialism is adopted even the Congress. And Congress, within the Congress, there are two groups. One group under Acharya Narendra Dev, and Jayaprakash Narayan, Congress Socialist parties emerged. And also the P.C. Joshi, M.N. Rai, rise of left-wing parties in India. Left parties also emerged. P.C. Joshi and M.N. Rai, under their leadership, left parties also emerged. Thus, in India, one is Muslim League Party, another one is that Congress Socialist Party, and the left party, and another one Indian National Congress of moderate group under Mahatma Gandhi and Nehru. Thus, the political parties are divided during this period after 1930, civil disobedience movement after the parties in India divided. Now by 36 to 46, what are the development? 36, 37 Indian National Congress ministries at a provincial level formed. 1935 Government of India Act was brought out, reforms, and 37 Congress ministries are formed in the 9 provinces. Muslim League Party formed the government in 2 provinces. Then by 1939, what is happened? 1939, World War II started, 1939 to 45. 1939 to 45 means 6 years World War started. Then World War, who are the parties? Germany, Italy, means Hitler, Nazi Hitler, Mussolini, Japan, military Japan. These 3 were one side. England, France, and even so Russia and America are other side. So this is where the central powers are Axis and allies. So this is in the beginning, this America is not participated until Japan throws bombs on its Pearl Harbor, its ship sailing seaport, Pearl Harbor, bombed by Japan's. Until that, America did not participate, indirectly supported to the France and England. So this is way the World War, 1939 World War started. World War means what? means all over the world, the war used to take place. That is called World War. Even colonies, India was a colonies of England. So here also, Governor General of India, Viceroy of India, involved India into World War. World War is for whom? For England. It is the purpose of England, but not the purpose of Indians. So that when Indian, without asking the Indian ministries, Congress ministry, Congress body is there, all India body is there, Indian National Congress, and provincial governments are there, but provinces, elected governments are there. Without taking the confidence or the approval of the Indian National Congress, without asking them, India involved in the World War. Indian armies and Indian material, Indian soldiers were involved in the World War without taking any promises to the India, because they have to promise something to so they get the Indian support. Without any, already Indians are asking dominion status or Purna Swaraj. They were asking, Indians were representing, introduction of representative institutions in India, continuously demanding. However, they did not given anything, and moreover, without asking, the Indian National Congress is the largest body all over India, and also provincial governments, without asking them, involved India in a world war, involved India into World War. So due to this, involved into World War, due to this, the Congress ministries which are worked 1937 to 1939, during this period, many reforms introduced by the Congress ministries, which were earlier demanded, so that the government is Congress government and the provincial level, so that the many reforms are introduced, abolition of barrack, and many reforms are introduced. So many reforms are introduced in at the provincial level by the Congress. So that is the reason the without taking the consent of these, these Congress body, they were involved in the India into World War. So this way, the Congress resigned from the provincial governments and started non-cooperation to the British. Non-cooperation to the British. So this is where the Congress ministries are resigned. When Congress ministries were resigned, the Muslim League Party celebrated Day of Deliverance, celebrated, because Muslim League Party and Congress is working antagonistically. So that is the reason Day of Deliverance celebrated. So that is where the Congress was. Congress is asked dominion status, representative institutions. So this way, the England and France was unable to stand in front of Hitler. Hitler, what type of war? Hitler, Nazi party, Mussolini and Japan. A lightning war. In that lightning war, they were capturing the France and also bombing on England and also bombed on Pearl Harbor of the America. So that America also joined, Russia also joined on the side of the victory of democracies. These dictators are all three dictators. Nazi dictator Hitler, fascist dictator Mussolini, military dictators of the Japan, military government of Japan. These three are one side, so that these were attacking the democratic countries of. So the in Russia, communist countries there. However, communist country also supported to the democratic countries against the fascist Nazi militaristic of Japan. So, however, the crisis, England facing crisis of defeat, so that the Indian National Congress, after resignation, so started individual satyagraha. Individual satyagraha means not to cooperate, only satyagraha, not to cooperate to the British, and performed dharna and protest or satyagraha, that is called individual satyagraha. Express protest of the Indians. See, you see, England is stating that they were fighting for the saving of the democratic democracies. When you are fighting for the saving of democracy, why don't you give freedom to the India? That is the demand of the Indian National Congress leaders. So, as a result of pressurization of the World War, and as a result of the pressure of the America, Russia, so Russian socialism, communist parties are also here, where in India. So people are attracted to Russian socialism. So Russian influence and American democratic country of America also pressurized on England to get proper cooperation from Indians. India is a big country. So without cooperation of India to win in the World War is not easy. So that due to pressurization, Stafford Cripps is sent to the negotiations with the Indian leaders. So Stafford Cripps mission came, but Cripps mission, what it was after the war, dominion status or the Indian government will be constituted after the war, World War, not now. What is use of without bank account? There is no money in the account. Giving check. What is use? Post-dated check. Post-dated check is no use. So that is why Gandhiji and other leaders are rejected the proposal of England or Cripps mission, 3 members Cripps mission. Rejected Cripps offer. And then by 1940, what is Muslim League Party, when Day of Deliverance, Day of Liberation celebrated, and also a new resolution from Lahore Conference, Muslim League passed a resolution for separate Pakistan, division of India, and separate Muslim area should be separated from India. So that is called separatism. The Lahore Conference 1940, separate on the communal way, India should be divided into 2 divisions of Muslim areas, and Hindu areas should be clearly divided. Until that, the Muslim League will not compromise for anything. This is all developments. Then 1942, Cripps mission failed. Congress took decision to quit India. See, when one side is this one is going on, other side is the Subhash Chandra Bose, and he is the leader, is gone out of the country and met the German leaders and also Japanese leaders. So then he got cooperation of the Germany and Japan to liberate India. So that is why Subhash Chandra Bose is also formed a Azad Hindu Fauj who were defeated in the hands of Japan. Japan occupied what occupied Burma, Rangoon, these areas also under the control of England. Those areas all occupied by Japan and supported to the Indian Indian National Indian National Army, Indian National Army or Azad Hindu Fauj, who were defeated in the hands of Japan. All soldiers are gathered, and with the support of Japan, the Subhash Chandra Bose Azad Hindu Fauj is knocking the doors of India, where at Manipur and Shillong area, northeastern part area, the Azad Hindu Fauj or Subhash Chandra Bose Indian National Army is ready to enter into India to liberate the India. So that was the position. So then Congress has frightened Subhash Chandra Bose maybe liberate the India, and the Britishers are also frightened. So under that circumstances, Indian National Congress took the decision. What is that? Quit India. Britishers should quit India. Indians will wage war against the Japan. India will be protected by Indians themselves. So that is the reason. Quit. Britishers quit from the India, that is at Bombay on August 8th. The Quit India resolution is passed in the meeting of Congress Indian National Congress meeting at Bombay. See, by the August 8th, midnight, taken the decision, and then before dawn of the sun, before rising of sun, all Congress leaders were arrested by the British government. All Congress leaders were arrested, put behind the bars. All Congress leaders are arrested, put in the jails. There was no leader. There was no leader to lead the Quit India movement. So that is the reason the lower level people, leaderless movement is carried out by the local level and other level, that is called Quit India movement, continued by with though the leaders were all provincial level, all the levels are arrested in spite of the arrest of the Britishers. The people participated in the movement, Quit India movement. So the violence started. What? Burning of the government buildings, so burning of the government, damaging and destroying of telephone, telegraph, and also railway lines and postal. So attacked on these burning of the these services and also building, damaging, destroying the buildings. So this does violence, police firing is occurred. Tear gas, police firing occurred. So many people are died in the Quit India movement. However, movement is continued by Gandhiji. Then Quit India movement Then, meanwhile, America entered. So Britain got after. See, then in the 1945, elections are also due in England. Winston Churchill, a Conservative Party, Attlee from the Labour Party, both are contested for British England Parliament elections. Then Winston Churchill is a conservative, not cooperating to the liberation of India or giving so freedom to the India. But whereas Labour Party leader, the Attlee promised, if Attlee government comes, so the Indians will get freedom, liberation from the British rule. So that was promised in the election manifesto. So here, English people also, military people, particularly military people and their families were very much disgusted, disappointed to continuous war. 39 to 45, means 6 years war. The soldiers and soldiers' families, without seeing continuously sinking the military in the World War, and also after that World War also again continuing the ruling of India. So this was not possible because here what is happening in India? Naval revolt, where at Bombay, naval revolt. Navy, British Navy means Indian soldiers who are working in the British Army were revolted, not listening the words of the British authorities. When Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, those were intervened, those were interfered, then only the naval revolt is stopped. Then army affected with this. Now that movement became a mass movement, Quit India movement. Throughout India, many people are died, violence, and so its violence will occur. So this is way, under these circumstances, this way, these situations are going on. Many people are died in the Quit India movement all over India. And so the much damage is occurred to the government. So government became so unpopularized because of the suppressive, oppressive, and killing of the people. So that is why the movement all over India, people's movement started against the government, and also international level, also favoring to the Indian freedom, liberation. India should be liberated, and also India get the proper cooperation from the Indians. Promise for the freedom of India. So that was the two prime ministers, Attlee of the Labour Party and Winston Churchill from the Conservative Party in competing. So, but under this Attlee government, 1945, after what is Attlee government came to the power, means Labour Party got victory. Labour Party already in the election manifesto promised that Indians, England will give freedom to the Indians, liberate to the Indians, or democratic institution. Democracy will be established in India by liberating India. Freedom is going to give. So that was the promise of Attlee. As he got victory in the English Parliament, Parliament, so that he came to he came and occupied the Prime Minister post of England. Attlee sent cabinet ministers to resolve the Indian crisis. Indian crisis is that the one side is Muslim League is asking separate Muslim separate Muslim area should be separated. It should not be as into the part of India. So that is why the Muslim League demand of separatism, and also Indian National Congress is not accepting the division of India. So under these circumstances, Attlee government sent the cabinet minister, 3 members, Patrick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps, A.V. Alexander. 3 cabinet ministers of the Attlee government came clearly convinced the Muslim League Party at center, federal government, complete provincial autonomy at provincial level, convinced the Muslim League, England will not give separate division of India, so that convinced that we pressurized Jinnah to listen. And also the cabinet minister accepted the dominion status for the India, means internal the democratic institutions in India. So as a result of cabinet mission, the negotiation started with the big parties, particularly Indian National Congress and also Muslim League. So Muslim League is not accepting for the undivided India. It is asking, continuously pressurizing division of India into Muslim areas and the Hindu areas. So that was the demand of the Jinnah, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Muslim League Party. So that Muslim League Party is announcing that demand. So, but Congress is not accepting. Meanwhile, Attlee government is promised, Attlee government announced, Britishers going to leave the India, handovering the power to the Indians. So, and a constituent assembly, they proposed constituent assembly, means constitution making body, and also interim government, temporary government in 1946 under the prime ministership of the Nehru, interim government and constitution making body, that is the constitution making body, constituent assembly. These 2 are proposed. In these 2, Muslim League accepted joining into the ministry, finance portfolio and one more portfolio is taken. Home ministry was given to the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Home ministry was given to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Then 2 finance and other portfolios are given to the other one more portfolio given to the Muslim League Party. Muslim League Party joined the interim government, but did not sending its their representative to the constitution making body, that is called Constituent Assembly, not sending their representation. There was deadlock, and moreover, Muslim League demanding continuously division of India into Muslim dominated areas and Hindu dominated area. 2 division. India should be divided into 2. That was demand continuously. Violence started by Muslim League in the Bengal area and Bengal, East Bengal area. Violence, Muslim League Party started violence, killing of Hindus, many Hindus. And when Muslims are killing the Hindus also started the killing of Muslims. And where? Hindu dominated area. Muslim dominated area, killing of the Muslim Hindus started. So this is where communal violence broken out in India. Communal violence under these circumstances. Lord Mountbatten came. Lord Mountbatten he devised a new plan. Lord Mountbatten, what is that? He has given a plan clearly dividing the India into 2 divisions. One is West Pakistan and East Pakistan. See, then in princely states can join in either of the two, either into India or into Kashmir, into Pakistan. West Pakistan, East Pakistan. India has a divided India into West Pakistan, East Pakistan, and princely states can join either into the India or into the Pakistan. That way, or else remain independent. This was the given by the Mountbatten Act, Mountbatten 1947, Government of India Act of the Mountbatten Partition Act. So, under these circumstances, Partition Act, the princely states, or some of the princely states, are declare their independence. Some of the states, under the persuasion of the Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, due to his persuasion, consistently pursued, convinced the princely Rajas and joined their countries into the states. So then their power will continue. Power will, in a democratic model way, princely Rajas will be members of the parliament, or members of the assembly, or members of the forms government. They can form the government in a democratic model. That way, the Sardar Vallabhbhai convinced the princely Rajas in a new model way, in a new changed circumstances way. The princely Rajas no more loosening their power. They will be makers of modern India, modern way. They can get power, modern form of parliamentarian or assembly or chief minister. They could become chief minister or parliamentarian or any post of the in a democratic way. So that is we convince all the states, whoever nearest to whoever in the body of the Pakistan, joined into the Pakistan. But majority states, princely states, are joined due to the efforts of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, joined into the Indian Union. First, the Patiala Raja, Jaipur Raja, Patiala, Jaipur, Rajasthan, Jaipur, Rajput Rajas are broken the princely chamber unity and joined into the Indian Union by these Rajput Rajas. First came forward, joining into the Indian Union, Rajput Rajas, Patiala Raja, Jaipur Raja, one after another. Many princely Rajas are joined into the Indian Union due to the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel eloquent speech broken the princely unity, princely chamber unity, broken. One after another, princely states are joined into the Indian Union, except three are not joined. Hyderabad Raja on 13th August declared their independence. His states going to remain as independent state. Hyderabad Raja, Muslim Raja of Mir Usman Ali Khan declared his independence. And also Junagadh Raja, Muslim ruler, there also he wanted to merge his country into the Pakistan. He remained independent. So, and Jammu Kashmir is in between the Pakistan and India, in between as a buffer, middle. So that is Jammu Kashmir Raja, Hindu Raja, people are the Muslims. Majority people are Muslims. So Jammu Kashmir Raja remained, declared the state is an independent. So under these circumstances, first he has taken the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel as Home Minister, and Nehru government or interim government of Nehru, and there was no cooperation between the ministry in cabinet ministry of interim government. Liaquat Ali was a finance minister rejecting the proposals of Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So interim government is failed to carry the government, continue carry the government and carry all the ministry. So that is reason realized then Mountbatten plan is accepted by Nehru. Thus, India was divided into Pakistan, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. Then one day before or 2 days before, 14th August, Muhammad Ali Jinnah declared himself as a Governor General and also Prime Minister of the Pakistan, President of the Pakistan. Thus, Muhammad Ali Jinnah became a leader of the Pakistan, West Pakistan and East Pakistan. East Pakistan means later, but it liberated in 1971 from the West Pakistan. It's called Bangladesh. So that is why Muslim areas, dominant areas, are divided into West Pakistan, East Pakistan. Now the 3 states are remained independent. Now the division of India is occurred, but here Mountbatten is continued as a last Governor General of English people. Mountbatten continued. Mountbatten secretary V.P. Menon became a secretary of the Home. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel served under Home Minister. Due to the V.P. Menon, Mountbatten efforts, the Gujarat ruler is intended to Junagadh Raj intended to merge into the Pakistan. So it is not possible. So that is the reason the army sent into the Junagadh area, or police action taken Junagadh area liberated, and plebiscite is conducted. Under the plebiscite, people willing to join into the Indian. So thus Raja Junagadh is liberated by Sardar Vallabhbhai. Integration of the Indian states. All states before independence integrated into Indian. Only 3 are not integrated. Thus, one is Junagadh Raja, another one is Hyderabad Nawab, and another one Jammu Kashmir Raja, Hindu Raja population. Sheikh Abdullah is the People's Party, Muslim party formed and started agitation for the democratic system in the Jammu Kashmir. So under these circumstances, Pakistan, Hindu Raja of the Jammu Kashmir Raja also remained independent. One side, Pakistan sent his army. Pakistan means Muhammad Ali Jinnah sent his army to capture the Kashmir area, or Jammu Kashmir area. So that is why the Pakistan army entered into the Jammu Kashmir territory. Then under that circumstances, Jammu Kashmir Raja, unable to face the Pakistan army, and declared his state is going to merge into the Indian Union. Then only Indian army sent in support of the princely Raja of the Jammu Kashmir. Then by that period already some Kashmir area is occupied by Pakistan. So then remaining area protected by the Indian army. Thus, some of the Jammu Kashmir area is under the Indian Union or Hindu Raja. And so that is the Indian Union. Then he declared, Raja declared he is going to merge his kingdom into the Indian Union. So thus, this is where Jammu Kashmir integrated into some part integrated in the Indian Union, some part is gone to Pakistan occupied area. Those were not leaving that area. Then that crisis still continuing. Now Hyderabad issue, What was happened Hyderabad? Hyderabad Raja, Muslim Raja, Mir Usman Ali Khan declared his independence, but it is in the belly of India. So that it is not possible. A belly of India remain independent. And also in Hyderabad, the two problems are in the surface. One is Rajakar forces, Muslim Ittihad al-Muslim organization, killing the Hindus who were asking the democracy or introduction of parliament government in Hyderabad. So then killing those people. And another one is communist organization, communist peasant armed struggle, liberating the state from the landlords, distributing the lands to the tillers, poor people. Communist organization is strengthening, and also communist organization formed in guerrilla squad, to three types of guerrilla squad, waging war against the Rajakars one side and landlords on other side. So this is where this problem, this standstill agreement 1 year between the Nawab of Hyderabad and Indian government. So standstill agreement is violated. And then when Jinnah was on deathbed, died on 12th September, and 13th September, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel took the decision of police action. It's not police action, military action. On 13th September, the two sides, and with the aeroplane supported, military came. See, Major General Chaudhary from the western side, but from the eastern side, Rudra came and liberated Hyderabad from the Nizam rule. Nizam became a Raja Pramukh. Major General Chaudhary rule is introduced. Then Vellodi government. Then Burgul Ramakrishna Rao government is formed. Thus, Hyderabad is liberated. Thus, integration of the princely state, Indian Union is achieved by the efforts of the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. 3 lessons we completed. Right? Anything else? Students, 3 lessons we completed. Right. So, thanks. I am leaving. Time is up. Any doubts regarding this? Participants, students, participants, students. So, any doubt regarding this? I am leaving.